What's up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a crystal clear icon starting from scratch. I'm doing this to kind of help those of you who are new out and kind of get the full idea of exactly how this is done. As you can see, I already have my avatar pulled up, and I'm kind of trying to get her together here by adding whatever the heck goes with this hairstyle that I'm trying to make an icon for. I'm trying to zoom out here. This icon is not going to be animated, so that's why I'm trying to kind of get an idea of where I should take a picture and trying to zoom out as far as I can without going too far with it. You need to try to get as much information as you can, like, squeeze into an icon that isn't animated, because 9 times out of 10, unless you have like a small accessory, you're not going to be able to squeeze the entire thing in and it still look good. So you just gotta kind of have to nail down the key factors. I'm opening up Inkscape, and don't forget to adjust your width by height. I realize that you don't have to do this. You can just make a square box and make sure it's the exact dimensions and export by selecting that, but this just makes the whole thing easier, and you can also get an idea of what your icon looks like before you even export it and upload it in the first place, which is at the end is going to save you a buttload of time. I usually start out by moving my avatar around and going ahead and putting her in there to get a better idea when I'm creating a new icon of how good or bad it's going to look. It just kind of helps me out. Some people will probably disagree with me and think say that you should probably just try to create a template without a model like getting in your way. Personally, this is how I do it when I'm, creating a brand new icon from scratch, because I like being able to know how well it's going to look and going to go with products that I create on a regular basis, like this hairstyle. I call that the mist texture, and it's just a common hair color that I regularly use. So if you have something that you regularly use, I would suggest, you kind of using that as a reference. People don't really think about it, but, colliding, colors of your icon with whatever product that you're using can make a difference on how your icon is going to look. I make a lot of dark products, for example, so I'm going to make this icon a little different, I guess you could say. I like gradients. Gradients are very often used in the catalog, as you can see if you go into the shops and just kind of get an idea of the kind of icons that people are doing. You'll see that they kind of range from very simple to overly complex. Clearly you do not want something that's overly complex, because you want people to focus on, what you're advertising, the product that is in the icon, blah blah blah. And I'm going to try to get this exactly to where I need it to be. I would strongly advise putting your name somewhere in the icon, that way so people don't steal it. Art theft is a huge problem on IMU right now. It always has been and always will be. You can file, a claim which will get it taken down, but it's such a long process. So the best way to avoid that and not have to go through all that bullshit is just to put your name on the icon. That way, so if someone does steal your work, you can clearly see that they stole it, and like the whole getting it taken down process will be a lot easier in the end, because sometimes it can be hard to get a product taken down if it's using your icon but you don't but if you don't have any like brand recognitions on it. Some people just use like some kind of icon or hyphenation of their name. If I were to use a hyphenation, I would just put like NK, since, you know, mine is obviously insanely short. I want to add a little design here in the back. I'm improvising. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do here. I'm just kind of playing around with it. Most people can, you know, thoroughly kind of get an idea in their head or sketch it out on paper like about what they want to do, but personally for me, I find I'm able to come up with better designs just kind of improvising, kind of messing around with it a little bit, because I mean, you can sketch stuff down on paper all day long, but the results are going to vary, especially depending upon the program you're going to use, if you know what I'm saying. So far, but I feel those white strokes in the background are a little too broad, so what I'm going to do there is I'm going to select the line and bring down the opacity. Under your strokes, you should see the opacity right underneath the blur, so after you have that selected, just kind of adjust that to however you feel works for you. I personally kind of like meeting in the middle a little bit, give or take. In this situation, I'm gonna take a little bit more. I kind of like the 40 area rather than my usual 50. So that's what I'm gonna go with here, and I'm selecting my border here that way, so everything inside, I know everything inside is going to be there. That's, in my personal opinion, the best way to export an object, to make sure that you know that you're getting everything in that object, including the border itself. You can a lot of people will just export through the page if you already have, you know, your dimensions set, but personally I prefer selection, just to make sure everything's there. And if you don't know, you can go to your home page and click on your icon and click on view your or go to your shop, and when you do that, it takes you straight to your newest products, which makes life a hell of a lot easier when you're navigating for, you know, said product that you're making an icon for. And go under add HTML description. We're going to want to upload this, so click choose file, and then we're going to submit it. And right through here, my border is kind of not there, just a little bit. It's kind of getting off the edge a little bit, so I'm going to adjust this a little bit more, just to get my full border in there, because like I said, IMVU is extremely nitpicky when it comes to dimensions, so it has to be exactly, 100 by 80. So I'm fixing that and I'm submitting it, and voila, you, my friends, have successfully created an icon. I hope this video was helpful, and I really look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Until then, have an awesome week, guys. I'll see you later.